What's up, guys? This is gonna be my official realm tour. I know a lot of you think this is a world. This is indeed a realm that I have with two other people, but I am mainly the one who plays on it, so we could consider it a world. I guess we'll start here at the very first thing I built in this area is this kind of smallish shack kind of thing, and I'll go to sleep really quick, but nothing too special. But we'll head to this house over here. This was somewhat of a tutorial house, honestly, just to like get something set up, like a smallish foundation kind of thing. And my overall theme around this area is kind of gonna be an overgrowth theme. That's why I kind of spammed a bunch of like mangrove trees and maybe some dark oak and all these vines. So if it's not appealing to you, then that's okay, but I kind of liked it, so that's what we're working with. Okay, coming over here, this is my little bridge that me and another guy on my realm built together, kind of to connect the two areas. And yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Good starter bridge. Walking over here, this is my other buddy's house. That's not the best, but we keep it because it's his house. You know, you got to respect it and keep, even if it's not the best. But the surrounding area is not the worst. We got a little well over here and some farmables, some carrots, you know how it is, wheat, and some barrels by the well. So yeah, all this, the thing I like about this area is that it all kind of comes together, you know? All the pathways and like everything like circles to this middle like farm area with the well. Built a little tent over here. So this was actually the first thing that was built in this area, was this little tent. And it is pretty convenient, honestly. We got a bunch of barrels in here, and yeah, we could put all the wood, dirt, all the stuff that anyone who really starts their don't mind those shulker boxes. That wasn't part of the build, but it was good for a start. This is actually relatively a new addition to this area. We put some villagers down here. Don't mind these names, but yeah, for some trading. This build is also relatively new. This whole area is supposed to be like Japanese themed, so we just changed it recently and added this tree. And it used to be a different house. That's kind of like what we're going for over here, but we got some villagers over here. We get infinite emeralds from them because we have a pumpkin melon farm. I'll get to that a little bit later, but I actually forgot to mention something I built down here. I completely forgot about this guy over here. It was kind of like a mediocre build. Maybe that's why I forgot about it. Don't really like the block palette I used, like the wood. Like I used like dark oak with like spruce, but yeah, it was like my first enchantment area, and I got some like blocks labeled over here with like stones, and then I had wood on the other side. But yeah, it like fit the overgrowth theme with the vines and the glowberries. But yeah, this was like my first enchantment area, so not too shabby, but not the best. Alright, so coming up out of here, we extended the overgrowth theme this way. So you can see I got a bunch of mangrove trees. This little building, I put all my armor trims in. As you can see, I've collected all of them. The silence armor trim was a pain in the butt, but yeah, it was fun at the time. Got little farmables over here. But yeah, I kind of just did the overgrowth theme a lot over here. And so we continue this way. I built this a little earlier on too, just like I put all the ender stuff in those chests. Over here, have my camels and my horse. Upside down camel. Everyone knows the glitch where you name it like Grum or whatever and it turns upside down. It's pretty neat. And we continue along through here. And I built this somewhat crappy beacon. Supposed to be a tree stump, but it wasn't the best. Got this little hut over here. And this dock, I'm actually not proud of it, but it's okay. A lot of this beginner stuff kind of looks pretty beginner to me just based off my most recent buildings. So, you know what? I need to give this dock a tad more credit. You know, it's okay. Okay, coming back along through this way, I got my iron farm over here. I made like a little shack, overgrowth kind of shack. It looks okay, but yeah, this is my iron farm. Produces a good amount. I'll actually come over this way and show you. I did a little scaffolding down here, and just to like check on it in case it breaks every now and then, because it has broken once. Like the villager got glitched or something, or the villager got into the boat, but in case it needs some fixing. Coming this way, got a little Excalibur thing going on here. Just a little aesthetic trick, pretty neat. This bridge, it's nice, you know, could be better. Got some cranes over here. And this is the main area I've been in with the mega build and stuff. And this is where I got somewhat better at building. You can see already with like the pathways and the detailing got better. And this is like my lava area where I like smelt my stuff with all my blast furnaces, since lava is the best source of that. So coming out of here, I got this like river, on the river kind of building here. It's pretty neat. I did well with the detailing, but it's also a big storage unit of mine. I keep a lot of my dirt, my tuff here, my mud, so all my different variants. And like you see, I got coarse rooted, even podzol I put there. And then when we head up here, I put my map room here. And I could probably make a much bigger map room to make it nicer, but this is fine for the time being. Alright, once we leave this house, we're going to continue along this pathway up over here. To the left, I have my sniffer farm. And for some reason in this realm, these guys were a pain in the butt to find the eggs for. And they don't really do much besides sniff up the two variants of plants that you get. I set up a little minecart system down here. It's like every 5 minutes they sniff up plants, a pitcher pod and a torch flower. And I'm not gonna lie, they look pretty cool. But when it's all said and done, and you get a good amount of them, these sniffers are pretty worthless, but at least they look cool, right? Continuing over here, I got this little custom tree going on. And here is one of my more proud houses. I'm pretty proud of this one. Some block vomit, but I guess when the theme's overgrowth, it kind of trumps the block vomit argument. This interior is okay. It's when you go for an overgrowth theme, you can almost get away with doing stuff that's not normal for interiors. I keep all my plants in here and leaves and stuff. So I guess it kind of fits the theme. Keep some other stuff in here, you know. I think some glass and other items. But yeah, I use this building. I have all my wood storage over here, all my different variants. So from oak, birch, mangrove, all of them. Although I'm gonna make an upstairs in this house, I still need to do the warped and the crimson. So I'll get to that. But I think I keep them in this barrel right here, yep. But yeah, I'll get to that eventually. Coming out of this door, we're gonna head to this house over here. I got a little beacon right there. It's pretty nice. And I'm trying to make it more of like a village area. I set up these two guys here as like a little trade market. But yeah, going into this house, a lot more storage. Yeah, I think I keep my deep slane here, my geode stuff. What else? Blackstone. Yeah. This room over here is more for the aesthetic, honestly, like a little library kind of area. Like a mystical library, if you know what I'm saying. I keep my paper in here, but yeah, up there is like supposed to be kind of mystical. I have these brewing stands down here also. This is where I make my potions when I need them, like night vision mainly, other stuff, or the potion of weaknesses when I need to zombify a villager. So that's always nice to have this. I have a couple of those around the world. So yeah, continue along out through back here. We got a little cave area I set up under my mega build. And I'm pretty proud of it. I'm proud of all the detail I made on this cave. I think I did really well with that. And I did a little mine down here. In this house, I keep all my resources from emeralds, diamonds, gold, lapis, iron. I guess I don't really put my iron in there because I have my iron farm. I kind of just leave that in those chests. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't go all out on this, but I am pretty proud of what I did do. I think it turned out really well. Okay, we're actually moving on to my other cave area. This is tuned more to a Japanese theme. This overall area, as you can see with my torii gates, this is my little pumpkin melon farm over here. And I think I did a pretty good job over here. I made this area with my brother, so he's one of the members on the realm. And I think it turned out good. We made a little sakura tree over here and some other Japanese buildings. We labeled this guy like bamboo, and then this building to the right fits well with the theme. You know, doesn't serve much of a purpose, but does well. And I put a moss farm over here also. And then I guess this little bone meal thing going on over here turned into bone meal. But yeah, we get pale moss and moss from this, so it's pretty convenient, since if you guys don't know, moss is my favorite block in the game. So heading up over here, we got Roger right there. Say hi to Roger. I haven't put a function down here yet, maybe a farm eventually, but yeah, we got a sheep farm over here. I have that going. Is there a lot in here? Let's see. No, I guess I took it out recently. I'll show you the inside though. And the upstairs. I got some villagers over here. Some shepherds. But yeah, upstairs I put all my wool variants, and you can see the setup kind of. So it's nice. Get all the different colors, you know. Use them for whatever build in the future. I've already been using it for some other stuff I've been working on in the realm. And to the right, also over here, we got my honey farm with the bee setup. And this has been useful for my current build, all the honeycomb. I've been having to wax all the copper I've been using on my mega build. So I haven't really put much up here, but we can head over here, or I'll try to get out of here. I need to make like a more suitable way to get out of here, because I am actively working on the top of this cave with Japanese. But yeah, here's this walkway over here. Yeah, we continue along down through here. If you go through there, that's like my skeleton farm. But we got this big torii gate set up over here. We'll figure out what we want to put in there. I guess we'll find out in the future projects. But yeah. Alright guys, listen. I know I kind of hyped up this build. I'm going to make it the thumbnail and stuff like that. But I am not done with this building. I'm still actively working on the exterior, and I probably want to dedicate a whole video to this. So bear with me, please. If you guys enjoyed watching this, I appreciate all the support. leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll try to make more videos, not a realm tour, but more tutorials and house tutorials. So thanks again for watching, guys. Stay tuned.